What's up guys, PouringRayn here, and today we're going to be playing Stuntman Ignition, and I'm going to show you how to get the Superhero Legend achievement, which is to get 5 stars on all the scenes in the Night Avenger movie. And before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Knuckles Dawson for all the other guides he did for the other movies. They really helped me a lot. If you don't know this game, to get 5 stars you have to keep your stunt combo going, your stunt string going throughout the entire scene, and that's not easy to do in some points. So hopefully this helps you guys having a little bit of trouble. So this is Enter the Avenger, the first scene in the movie. And I like the scenes with the bikes because if you're stuck in a spot where you're in between stunts, you can just pull back on the left stick, pop a wheelie, and you're good to go. It keeps the combo going. So this first part's not too bad. On that ramp, make sure you stay to the right so you don't end up hitting the side of the building. Gap there through the helicopters. Try to get close to that booth and then that car. Try to stay close to the wall there before you do this 180, and as soon as you pull the 180, start pulling back to get your wheelie. Stay close to the truck there. Action button, there's a car coming at you, try to get close to that to keep the string going. A little drift here and a wheelie to keep it going so you can line up for this next one. Pass close to that cop car so you keep it going. This part's a little tricky, but if you can't get that gap or that overtake, as long as you're close, you'll keep your string going. This one you want to make sure you line up this wheelie so you can get that. And this one, start your drift a little early, otherwise you're going to run into that semi and you get stuck and your string will break. You're coming up on the end here. Just push the action button, launch over the bridge, pop a wheelie down the road because there's nothing to really drive close to, pull the 180, and I barely made it into that action button square, but that's the end of the scene. And just me, I got Cranker, which was to perform 30 180 degree stunts, and you'll just get that as you play the game. That wasn't really a guide for it. So that's 5 stars on the first scene, and we unlock a bunch of stuff for the constructor challenges and things like that. This next one's also on a bike, and you're going to be chasing your nemesis. I believe his name is Top Hat, and he's a lot like the Joker, and if you haven't noticed, Night Avenger is a lot like Batman. Similarities are quite apparent. This one's not too bad, but you'll see towards the end I'll get really lucky. Most of the stunts are pretty close together, and you're in a tight space, so you're going to be close to stuff anyway. But coming up here, I'm going to get lucky. Yeah, I get stuck on that wall. I get this, but then I run into that car. So I missed that close on that car. So I just pull a drift just to keep the stunt going. Then I hit that cop car and jump over the cars I'm supposed to gap. But as long as you keep the string going, the strikes don't matter. So it all worked out in the end. It wasn't a very clean run, but it was 5 stars, and the only reason I'm able to upload my replay data is because this game is so old. The top 10 list isn't that hard to get into because it's a monthly list. So we got the over to the top there for the Taurus award, and that's another thing you'll see at the end. As you 5-star all these, you want to really try to get the Taurus award scenes done so that you can unlock the achievement for getting them all. And you'll see me unlock that at the end. And there's Big Top, and this is the other side of that scene. Even though the traffic and stuff's a little different, it's supposed to be the other half of that chase scene, and you're chasing the mayor. And this one's really quick. When you drift into that car, try to hit it square so you don't get turned around or anything. And then try to stay over to the left here to get some closes to keep your string going. Stay close to these pillars here before you get to this. And this is a really tough stunt because you have to get up on 2 wheels and turn at the same time. If you don't get it and you at least get close to something, you'll be alright, but you won't get the Taurus award. So I would suggest just redo it until you get it right. Director Bean's talking. Got the 5 stars. Not a very good score, but whatever. Get through all the unlocks here. This next one is also big top. This one's a bit longer, and this one's a bit tougher too. I had some real troubles with this one for some reason. So you start off, you're going to be close to stuff anyway, and then you'll be close to this explosion. Try to stay close to that car right there. I hit that gap maybe 4 out of 10 times. And try to hit that, same as the last scene when you drift into that car to get the bump. Try to hit it square so you don't get turned around. I would suggest not using any drift there after you make that jump. Drift this one wide so you can get this overtake here. Stay close to the cars before you can make that turn. Stay close to the wall and you'll be okay here. Stay close to those barrels, and there's another 2-wheel stunt. That's another one I hit maybe 3 out of 10 times, but it's not part of a Taurus award, so don't worry about it. This part, you want to line up in at the right side of this lane, because you're going to have to stop and pull a reverse 180, and you're going to have to be close to that car right there to keep your string alive, because the reverse 180 takes too long. And you see I barely kept it alive there. And then I missed these last 2 action buttons, but I had the strikes to spare, so it didn't really matter. As long as I kept the string going, I was okay. So just some closes. This one was really, I almost lost it there. Make sure you don't hit one of those cars, because you want to stay close to these cars before you make this jump to keep the string alive. And that's it. That one. And the next one, you're finally going to see Night Avenger's car, which, as you'll see, is a lot like the Batmobile, in my humble opinion. Oh, and if at this point you haven't had, oh yeah, Death Wish, that part right there where you drift into the cop car, I went off the side several times. So I unlocked the achievement for falling into a hazard 30 times. But anyway, if you haven't already, a couple of these scenes are really good for getting over 1,000,000 points and getting your string over 100. If you haven't gotten it, you should get it in one of these. I had a little trouble with the video there, that's why you didn't get the full countdown. But close to a couple of cars there, action button, close to that car and that car, and then pull this drift. And down this alley you'll get close to a lot of things, so you won't have to worry about keeping your string alive too hard. Make sure you hit that motorcycle, because there's not much else to do. Try to stay close to the flower pots instead of hitting them, but I guess I was close enough to the wall. Make sure you hit this bike, otherwise there's nothing for you to get close to keep your string alive. When you bust through this door, stay to the left so you can get close to these pews without hitting them. And then on your way back, stay close to them again. And you have to jump here. And as soon as you land, there's going to be a hard drift to the right. Time gate. And right after this, you're going to see a helicopter shooting at you above the train tracks. You have to hit it and turn to the right at the same time. Then stay close to the train before you overtake it. And make sure you hit this drift. Land square, hit the action button, and this one it's a little touch and go. I get really close there, not keeping it alive. You just gotta try to stay close to the cars and then hit that motorcycle. Everything else in this one is either you're taking a turn or hitting a stunt pretty much every 2 seconds. That one I missed 2 stunts in a row, and I'm gonna miss a third here, but at this point I was just trying to get through it. I skipped that time gate so I could be close to that building. I thought the time gate was too far away. Try to stay close to stuff. Right there, that thing I hit, I still got a close for it, so it counted. Here, make the drift before you lose it, and that's the very end. You're gonna run right into a wall, and then another Unbreakable wall, which seems kind of dangerous, but I'm not the stunt coordinator, so they didn't ask me. So you see there I got over 2 million, so getting the 1,000,000 on that scene shouldn't be too hard. And I got 125 on the string, so if you don't have them by then, you should probably definitely have them after this one. Just getting the 5 stars, you almost have to. And this is the last scene. We're going to be chasing guys through Big Top or Top Hats, whatever his name is, through his funhouse at the beginning, and you go back outside. So in here it's not too bad because it's kind of close quarters, so you're going to be close to stuff anyway to keep your string alive. Just make sure you hit all the stunts, because it's easy to rack up those 5 strikes trying to go for other things. Try to stay to the right here so you can hit that car, and then try to get close to those barrels on the left. Keep this drift going until you straighten out. And here's the Taurus award. Make sure you hit both of those. You have to hit both or it won't count. Then just kind of drift or stay close to the railing there just to keep your string alive before you bust through the rail. Drift into that car. I just kept my drift going and tried to get close to the building because there's no stunt around here, so I'm just trying to keep it alive by drifting and getting close to stuff. I missed that jump. You're supposed to jump over a vehicle, but I missed it. And then this is the last thing. Corkscrew into a giant rocket. And we got the Taurus award. We got the 5 stars. Then Fortress screws up your unlock. And there it is. 5 achievements for 210. 5-star ranking in all the movie scenes. This was the last movie I did. It's the last movie in the sequence anyway. But then 4 stars in all movies. 5-star in this movie. That's the one we're specifically going for. And you'll automatically get the 1 star just for getting Superhero Legend. And then if you've done all the other scenes and gotten all the Taurus awards, you'll also unlock the achievement for unlocking all the Taurus awards. And this is just going through all of them again. There's a pretty cool scene about the actual Taurus awards after all this. It's kind of a bonus for beating the game. But that's it for this movie. For more tips, tricks, and videos, visit achievementhunter.com.